My name is Jacklyn and for my informative speech, I would like to discuss the effects of pollution in our coastal waters. The pollution in the Gulf Coast waters has drastically affected our wildlife. As a resident of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, I see how pollution affects the wildlife here. Toxic waste is the largest factor of pollution in the Gulf Coast. Even the size of our wetlands in Louisiana have dramatically decreased, which partially results from the size from pollution. If more people were informed on exactly how their pollution affects our wildlife, maybe they would not contribute to endangering many of our beloved marine animals. More and more of our wildlife has washed up on shores each year because pollution such as cans, plastic, and other toxic waste. Have you ever heard about the largest recurring dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico? Throughout the Mississippi River watershed, the pollution of our wildlife is decreasing rapidly. It's hypoxic, or an area with low levels of oxygen. This has been caused by extremely large amounts of pollution. The Gulf of Mexico is home to more than 350 endangered species, and it is our job to help sustain a clean environment for them. An alarming trend is how much of the marine life is dying off due to plastic waste. Beach whales are one example of this. They are constantly being found washed up on the Gulf beach with plastic found in their stomach. Other marine life, such as fish, sea turtles, and birds, have large amounts of deaths related to debris and plastic waste. This poster illustrates the heart-wrenching effects of pollution on our marine life. This is a beached whale that has died due to debris such as cans, and this is a bird that has plastic wrapped around its beak.
No.
And these are two turtles that have died due to plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Over 8 million tons of plastic debris enter the ocean every year. About 80% of the pollution in the ocean water consists of plastic. 1 million seabirds are killed every year from plastic debris. Those numbers are expected to grow over the next decade. Algae blooms caused by nutrients loading from human activities are also very harmful for marine life. These algae blooms can contaminate our seafood and affect how tourism runs. The quality of our coastal waters, especially like ours here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, suffer. Microplastics, which are small pieces of plastic that contaminate the water, is a growing concern. Research has presented that these microplastics can even affect the reproduction of some marine animals. One example of this is our oysters. The National Academy of Sciences in March of 2016 demonstrates how the plastic fibers has decreased sperm count in oysters. The oyster population is continuing to decrease due to pollution factors. The wetland loss is another symptom of pollution. The wetlands absorb pollution such as air pollution from cars, factories, and power plants. Landfills and dumps can leak substances that are toxic to wetlands, decreasing their size drastically. Sediment, fertilizer, human sewage, animal waste, road salts, pesticides, heavy metal, and selenium are popular pollutants harming our wetlands. In conclusion, many people may not realize how much their actions affect our marine ecosystems. It is very important that people become aware so we can combat pollution. Every little thing that you pollute into our ocean adds up very quickly. This is something that I'm very passionate about because I would love to see us come together to clean up our oceans.